Warning: this article contains spoilers from The Crown. The Crown introduced Robert Fellows, the Queen's former private secretary. So who was he and how was he related to Princess Diana? In episode 6 Ruritania, Prime Minister Tony Blair, played by Bertie Carvel, suggests several ways of making cutbacks in the royal household to the Queen, Imelda Staunton, in a bid to become more favourable with the public. She then went around the palace with Private Secretary Robert Fellows, Andrew Havill, by her side, assessing if they were willing to get rid of any of the old customs, which they weren't by the end of the installment. Sadly, he decided to resign as he felt he was no longer fit to advise the Queen, believing Robin Jean Vryn, Jamie Parker would now be better suited for the role. Who was the Queen's private secretary Robert Fellows? Robert Fellows, who served as the Queen's private secretary for 9 years, was born at Sandringham House in 1941 and studied at Eton College before joining the Scots Guards in 1960. A few years later, he began working at Allen Harvey and Ross Limited, the discount brokers and bankers, but then was recruited to join the royal household as assistant private secretary in 1977. Robert spent the next couple of decades in the private secretary's office, becoming deputy in 1986 and Her Majesty's private secretary in 1990. During his time in the important position, Fellows helped guide the public's perception of the royals following the breakup of King Charles, Dominic West, and Princess Diana, Elizabeth Debicki. He was also by the Queen's side throughout the drama surrounding the former Princess of Wales' death in 1997, when the royal initially chose to stay silent on the matter. Fellows remained in this position in 1999 until he was succeeded by Robert Jarvan, who remained as her private secretary until 1997. He received the Queen Elizabeth II version of the Royal Household Long and Faithful Service Medal in 1997 and remained an extra equerry to the Queen until her death last year. How was Robert Fellows related to Princess Diana? Robert Fellows married Lady Jane Spencer, now Fellows, on April 20, 1978, and have 3 children together, Laura, Alexander and Eleanor. Jane is the older sister of Princess Diana, making the People's Princess Robert's sister-in-law. She was also a bridesmaid at Robert and Jane's wedding, which took place at Westminster Abbey. Talking about her death to the Telegraph, Robert said, "I was deeply fond of her. She was a very good person. She found it difficult in life to find happiness, and I'm sad for people who have that situation." Robert is also distantly related to Sarah Ferguson, the Duchess of York, through his wife Jane. She is the daughter of Brigadier General Algernon Francis Holford Ferguson, the great-grandfather of the Duchess. So while he may have stopped working as the Queen's private secretary, Robert continues to have a personal link with the royal family. The Crown is available to watch on Netflix.